Hola mi gente, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre es Alba Mar, me pueden decir Alba. El canal se llama Seriela, estamos aquí para hablar de libros, algunos de ellos en español, desde Puerto Rico. Hello, my name is Alba Mar, you may call me Alba. Channel name is Seriela. We're here to talk about books and some of them in Spanish from Puerto Rico. This will be what I've read in July already, because I've already done June. Okay, so I've been absent for a while because it is immensely hot here in Puerto Rico. And this is the second time I've attempted this, and I'm not going to do it a third time because it's already tremendously hot here, and it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning. What have I finished reading? Oh, I will link pertinent sites down below to continue supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. There are still a lot of things to be done. This is not over, and it's not going to be over for a very long time. As you can tell, I am a political person, if you haven't noticed already, and I will continue being that political person, just so you are aware and make your decisions accordingly. Yeah, so, and everything else that I have been watching and listening to that is that I found to be very engaging, very helpful in my process of decolonizing my mind, I will link down below because this has to be done in a very short period of time because, as I said, my phone already conked out on me once before. Okay, so what have I finished in these first 2 weeks of July according to my refrigerator tracker? The first one was Stamped from the Beginning by Ibram X. Kendi, very dense book with lots of information. What helped was his framing the racist ideas in the history of the United States according to 3 trends: segregationist racist ideas, assimilationist racist ideas, and anti-racist ideas. And in each part, he focuses on one historical figure. For example, in a certain section, he focused on W.E.B. Du Bois. And in the final section, he concentrated on anti-racist Angela Davis. I can already tell this is going to be a very important reference book that I will be coming back to many, many times. And I will continue reading How to Be an Anti-Racist, and I have already ordered the younger version of this, which he co-wrote with Jason Reynolds, and I'm very excited about that. Okay, what else did I finish reading? I finally finished reading Don Quixote. And in this part of Don Quixote, the second part of, I really fell in love with Sancho Panza. Yes, I identified with Sancho, and very nuanced, complex character. And I felt very protective of him when he was being targeted for practical jokes by the Duke and the Duchess, as well as Don Quixote was also targeted with absolute impunity, just because they felt like being entertained by playing practical jokes on these 2 figures. I cried at Sancho's grief over the loss of Don Quixote, and then rejoiced with his inheritance. Yeah, so I will be continuing with my study of Don Quixote. There are a lot of resources online for the continuing questions that I have concerning this novel. This is wonderful. What else did I finish? John Adams, a wonderful buddy read with Faith of Faith and Books. We finished our this chunkster, John Adams by David McCullough, who I came to, a person that I came to respect after reading this. And what helped me with that was the honesty that he demonstrated in his journals, in his diaries, and his generosity of spirit, especially with Jefferson. His final letters to Jefferson, I felt were a testament to the quality of a human being that John Adams was. Also interested in the other historical figures that are presented here in this book. For example, Jefferson, yes, and Hamilton, yeah. Hamilton. No, I haven't watched it, and I'm not going to either, just in case. What else did I finish reading? Thanks, Faith. That was a wonderful buddy read. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. I finished then for our Toni Morrison yearly read along over with Hannah and Hannah's books, Beloved by Toni Morrison. And this certainly merits a video all its own in a review.